Ladies and gentlemen, here's an engaging and emotionally resonant Jessica-style intro for your motivational speech on positive attitude. Attracts success. A warm, soulful, direct, and powerful. There's something magnetic about a person who refuses to give up. Not because everything is going right, but because they choose to believe even when everything's going wrong. That's the power of a positive attitude. Today, I'm not here to tell you some fairy tale where life always feels easy. I'm here to remind you of your power, the kind that wakes up every morning and says, no matter what comes my way, I will rise, I will grow, I will succeed. Success doesn't chase negativity, it doesn't follow doubt. It follows energy, it follows mindset, it follows those who choose light even when surrounded by darkness. So if you're ready to stop surviving and start attracting, if you're ready to shift your atmosphere, then let's talk about what a positive attitude can truly do for your life. Because when your mind shifts, your whole life follows. Your mindset determines your momentum. That simple truth separates those who merely exist from those who thrive. When your thoughts are heavy, negative, or filled with fear, it's like trying to run with weights tied to your ankles. You may be moving, but you're exhausted, you're slow, and eventually you give up. But when your mindset shifts into one of hope, confidence, and resilience, everything changes. Suddenly, your steps feel lighter, your goals seem possible, and your energy begins to build. Positive momentum doesn't come from perfect circumstances. It begins with a choice, a decision to see possibilities where others see problems, to see lessons where others see failures, and to believe in growth even in the midst of chaos. Everything in life starts in the mind. Your thoughts shape your emotions shape your behavior, and your behavior creates your results. That's why mindset is more than just a motivational buzzword. It's the foundation of your life's direction. A positive mindset isn't about ignoring reality. It's about choosing how to respond to reality in a way that aligns with who you want to become. You can be going through the exact same situation as someone else, but your mindset will decide whether it breaks you or builds you. Some people wake up and think, this is going to be a hard day. Others wake up and think, this is another chance to push forward. That one thought changes the emotional tone of everything that follows. Momentum is a force. Once you build it, it carries you further than you could ever go standing still. But the truth is, it doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It's built through small, consistent acts of choosing a better thought, a stronger belief, a bolder vision. Every time you speak life over your goals instead of doubt, you build momentum. Every time you pick yourself back up after failure, momentum grows. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, your future gets louder. A negative mindset kills momentum before it even begins. It tells you that it's too late, that you're not good enough, that nothing will change, and the more you listen, the heavier life becomes. But a positive mindset speaks in the language of movement. Let's try again. I've got this. Keep going. Your energy introduces you before you speak, and that energy is a direct reflection of your mindset. People feel it. Opportunities feel it. Life responds to the vibe you carry. When your mind is full of possibilities, confidence, and clarity, doors that seemed locked begin to open. People are drawn to someone who believes in something greater, someone who walks with purpose even when the path isn't clear, someone who refuses to quit, not because they're fearless, but because they've trained their mind to see fear as fuel. That is the type of momentum that turns ordinary people into success stories. A positive mindset is not just a mental trick, it's a life strategy. It gives you access to creative thinking, better decision making, and emotional resilience. It doesn't mean you won't have setbacks. It means those setbacks won't define you, because momentum doesn't mean perfection. It means progress. It means showing up again and again with a renewed mind, a focused spirit, and a belief that everything you're working for is worth it. And every time you think a better thought, take a better action, and believe in a better future, you're feeding a momentum that won't stop growing. Positive energy creates powerful opportunities. The energy you carry is like a signal you send out into the world, and people respond to it whether they realize it or not. When your energy is optimistic, open, and enthusiastic, you naturally attract attention, support, and resources. It's not about pretending to be happy all the time. It's about choosing a state of mind that invites growth instead of resistance. People want to be around those who lift the room, not those who drain it. And when you radiate positive energy, you become a magnet for collaboration, creativity, and connection, which opens doors that talent alone can't unlock. Success is not just about skill, it's about alignment. When your energy is positive, you're aligned with forward motion. That energy communicates something deeper than words. It says, I'm ready. It says, I believe in what's coming. It says, I see value even in the hard moments. This type of energy builds trust, draws people in, and sets the tone for how others treat you. Negative energy repels. It creates tension, closes hearts, and keeps the world at a distance. But positive energy pulls the world closer. It signals that you're available for opportunity, that you're someone who can handle pressure, lead through chaos, and still remain centered. Opportunities often come through people, and people don't forget how you made them feel. Your attitude becomes part of your personal brand. Are you the person who uplifts, who listens, who encourages? Or are you the person who complains, blames, and doubts? The energy you bring into a room speaks louder than your qualifications. You could be the smartest person in the room, but if your energy is filled with negativity, criticism, or bitterness, people won't want to work with you. But if you're the one who brings light into dark moments, who finds humor in stress, and who stays focused when others spiral, people will choose you, not because you're perfect, but because your energy adds value. Positive energy fuels resilience. It gives you the stamina to keep showing up when life tests you. When others give up, you'll keep going, not because it's easy, but because your energy refuses to be defeated. That kind of endurance creates powerful momentum, and that momentum attracts opportunities that can't be predicted or planned. You'll find yourself in the right place at the right time, not by accident, but because your energy kept moving forward while others stalled. The world has enough chaos, enough doubt, enough noise. What it needs more of is people whose presence feels like peace, people who carry hope like it's oxygen, people who make you feel like everything is still possible, even when it's hard. Positive energy doesn't require perfection. It requires awareness. You might not be in control of your circumstances, but you are always in control of your response, and your response determines your energy. Every time you choose to encourage instead of criticize, you change the atmosphere around you. Every time you show up with joy instead of judgment, you shift the energy of a space. That shift is what makes you stand out. That's what people remember. That's what opens doors you didn't even know existed. You don't have to be loud to have powerful energy. You just have to be intentional. Positive energy can be quiet and steady. It can be a calm presence in a storm. It can be a grounded voice in a room full of panic, and that kind of presence is rare and incredibly valuable. The world is constantly watching how you show up, and the energy you bring shapes your reputation more than your words ever could. When you walk into a room, your energy goes ahead of you, and when it's positive, it clears a path for opportunity to follow. Gratitude turns struggles into stepping stones. When life feels heavy, chaotic, or uncertain, the natural instinct is to complain or feel defeated. But gratitude is the shift in perspective that allows you to see purpose in the pain. It doesn't erase what you're going through, but it reframes it. It changes how you carry it. Gratitude isn't just about being thankful for the good, it's about finding value even in the hard. Because the very struggle that tried to break you might be the exact experience that builds the strength you need for the next level. Most people think gratitude is something you feel when everything's going well, but real gratitude is forged in discomfort. It's a decision. It's the ability to look at your failure and say, at least I learned. To look at the delay and say, there's still time. To look at the heartbreak and say, now I understand more deeply. That kind of gratitude is what transforms your mindset and gives you an inner power that can't be shaken by circumstances. Struggles stop being obstacles and start becoming stepping stones because you've trained your eyes to see through a different lens. Gratitude activates growth. When you begin to appreciate what you've been through, it gives meaning to your journey, and meaning creates movement. You stop staying stuck in the story of what went wrong and start stepping into the power of what you gained. Every mistake, every closed door, every sleepless night can become a part of your foundation if you learn to be thankful for what it taught you. And once you start stacking lessons instead of regrets, your life begins to rise. Struggles become tools, loss becomes perspective, delays become preparation. Gratitude is what takes what was meant to stop you and turns it into something that shapes you. It's easy to be bitter. It's easy to feel entitled. But gratitude requires maturity. It requires a mindset that says, I'm not just going to count what I've lost, I'm going to count what I've learned. That small mental shift will change everything, because what you focus on expands. If you focus on lack, you'll always feel behind. If you focus on what's missing, you'll always feel empty. But when you focus on what's present, what's possible, and what's still within your control, your spirit changes. And a grateful spirit is a strong spirit, one that keeps going when others quit, one that sees value in the climb, not just the summit. Gratitude helps you lead yourself. It keeps you from getting lost in comparison or consumed by envy. When you are truly grateful, you stop measuring your life against others. You stop chasing validation and start recognizing how far you've already come. Gratitude brings you back to center. It reminds you that you're not stuck, you're being shaped, that everything you're going through has the potential to serve your future if you choose to use it. And that shift is what allows you to keep moving forward, no matter how hard it gets. You can't always control the struggle, but you can control what it gives you. Some people go through pain and become bitter. Others go through pain and become better. The difference is gratitude. It's what turns the wound into wisdom. It's what allows you to see beyond the temporary and believe in the transformation. Every time you say, thank you, in the middle of uncertainty, you reclaim your power. Every time you acknowledge even the smallest progress, you build momentum. Gratitude doesn't require you to pretend. It asks you to pause, to reflect, and to find the gold buried in the dirt. And the more you practice it, the more it becomes your default reaction, not just in moments of peace, but in the heart of the storm. Optimism is a magnet for solutions and support. When you approach life with the belief that something good can come out of any situation, you begin to see possibilities that others miss. It's not about denying reality or avoiding difficult emotions. It's about training your mind to search for the next move instead of sitting in the mess. Optimism creates a space where ideas are born, where progress is possible, and where people feel safe to dream again. It unlocks creative thinking and problem solving by keeping your mind open rather than closed off by fear or frustration. People are naturally drawn to those who believe in something greater than their current situation. When you maintain an optimistic outlook, even in moments of pressure, you signal strength, hope, and emotional intelligence. That energy invites trust. It makes others want to support you, follow you, and invest in you. No one wants to pour into a sinking ship of negativity, but they will rally around someone who continues to steer with hope and vision. Optimism builds momentum by keeping the atmosphere light enough to move through it, even when circumstances are dark. When you believe a breakthrough is possible, you start to act in ways that support that belief. Your mind becomes more resourceful. You start asking better questions. You become more open to feedback, more willing to collaborate, and more flexible in your approach. Optimism helps you stay in a learning posture rather than a defensive one. You stop blaming and start building. You stop waiting and start creating. Even if you don't have all the answers yet, your belief that they exist keeps you moving, and that movement opens doors that stagnation never could. Support follows energy. People are more likely to help, refer, promote, or stand with someone who refuses to be defeated. Your optimism becomes contagious. It makes others believe change is possible, healing is possible, growth is possible. In a world filled with doubt, people are looking for leaders who speak life and show resilience. When you are optimistic, you're not only helping yourself, you're giving others permission to rise too. Your attitude becomes a light in their tunnel, a reminder that darkness doesn't last forever and that the future can still be shaped. Optimism doesn't mean ignoring what's wrong. It means believing in what can be made right. It invites action, not avoidance. It empowers you to acknowledge the storm and still search for the sail. That kind of mindset doesn't just help you survive, it positions you to lead. It sharpens your vision and helps you stay committed to purpose even when results are slow. And when others see you moving with clarity and courage, they begin to align with you. Ideas flow more easily, connections deepen, resources begin to appear not by magic, but by the force of energy that optimism creates. The difference between giving up and growing often comes down to what you believe is possible. If you believe it's over, you'll act like it. If you believe something better can emerge, you'll keep showing up, keep tweaking, keep reaching. That faith in forward motion is the engine of innovation. Optimism fuels that engine. It helps you stay patient without becoming passive. It helps you hold vision even when reality hasn't caught up yet. And in that tension between where you are and where you want to be, your energy becomes magnetic, drawing to you the ideas, people, and possibilities that make the next level not just a dream, but a destination within reach. Your attitude influences how others respond to you. Every time you walk into a room, the way you carry yourself sends a message long before you speak a word. People can feel your energy, your confidence, your outlook on life. Whether it's subtle or obvious, your attitude creates a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. It determines whether people want to work with you, trust you, help you, or avoid you. A positive, grounded, and hopeful attitude makes people feel safe, inspired, and seen. A negative, bitter, or closed-off attitude repels connection and shuts down possibilities before they even begin. How you treat others often reflects how you treat yourself internally. When you believe in your own value, you naturally start to see the value in others. When you respect your own journey, you become more patient with the journeys of those around you. And when your attitude is rooted in purpose instead of pride, people feel that. They respond with openness, curiosity, and support. But when your attitude is laced with insecurity, judgment, or entitlement, it creates walls instead of bridges. No matter how talented or skilled you are, your attitude becomes the deciding factor in how people engage with you and how far they're willing to go with you. Your attitude becomes your silent reputation. Long after your words are forgotten, people remember how you made them feel. Did your presence calm them or create pressure? Did your tone invite or push away? Were you encouraging or dismissive, uplifting or draining? These things matter because people are not just looking for answers, they're looking for connection. They want to be seen, heard, and valued. And when your attitude consistently communicates respect, humility, and positivity, you build relationships that last, and those relationships often lead to unexpected opportunities. Influence starts with energy. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room to have impact. A calm, focused, and kind attitude can be just as powerful, sometimes more. People pay attention to how you react under pressure. They watch how you treat those who can do nothing for you. Your attitude in those moments defines your character, and character is what earns long-term trust. Trust opens doors. Trust keeps your name in rooms you haven't even entered yet. It becomes the currency of your reputation, and that reputation is shaped daily by your attitude. In moments of conflict, your attitude either diffuses tension or fuels it. When you choose patience over ego, listening over proving, growth over being right, you create space for resolution and respect. People remember those who helped bring peace, not chaos. The way you handle difficulty says more about your leadership than anything you accomplish during easy times. And when others see that you can stay composed and compassionate under pressure, they're far more likely to follow you, recommend you, and collaborate with you. In every interaction, you are either adding value or subtracting it. Your attitude is the lens through which people experience you. It can make your presence feel like a privilege or a burden. It can make others feel seen or dismissed, inspired or discouraged. You don't have to control every situation, but you can always control how you show up. And the more you lead with humility, hope, and emotional maturity, the more your attitude becomes a tool for influence. It draws people in, it creates harmony, it makes people feel like they matter, and in return, they respond with loyalty, respect, and generosity. Your attitude is not just about how you feel, it's about the environment you create for others. Believing in the best opens doors to the best. When your mind is set on expecting good things, your actions begin to align with that belief. You start preparing, showing up, and positioning yourself as if what you desire is already in motion. This mental posture doesn't just boost your confidence, it shapes your reality. The way you speak, the way you think, the way you carry yourself all begin to reflect a deeper certainty that good is coming, that success is near, that what you're building has value. That internal belief draws opportunities, people, and experiences that match the level of faith you carry. When you believe in the best, you stop waiting for permission, you stop shrinking yourself to fit others' expectations. Instead, you begin to show up boldly, you trust your voice, you honor your ideas. You make decisions not from fear but from vision. That kind of self-trust becomes magnetic. It signals to the world that you know your worth, and when you know your worth, people begin to treat you accordingly. Life responds to your dominant belief. If you expect failure, you'll find it. If you expect resistance, you'll feel it. But if you expect growth, alignment, favor, and open doors, you will naturally take steps that bring those outcomes closer. This belief in the best doesn't mean denying challenges. It means not surrendering to them. It means looking at a closed door and still expecting another one to open. It means taking the loss and still believing the lesson is leading somewhere powerful. It means staying hopeful even when the evidence says otherwise. And this kind of belief is not naive, it's strategic. It keeps your spirit lifted, your mind creative, and your focus sharp. When you believe that what you want is possible, you remain flexible, resourceful, and persistent. That kind of energy creates momentum, and momentum attracts more of what you're prepared to handle. What you believe on the inside shapes what you attract on the outside. People are drawn to those who carry clarity and conviction. When you speak with certainty, act with integrity, and dream without apology, you give others permission to do the same. Believing in the best doesn't mean everything will go smoothly. It means you trust yourself to handle the journey no matter what comes. That quiet confidence becomes a foundation you can build on, and from that foundation, doors open that were once invisible, ideas become reality, delays turn into divine timing, struggles become setups for breakthroughs. You don't get what you want, you get what you're ready for, and belief is the preparation. It trains your mind to focus on possibilities instead of problems. It shifts your attention toward opportunities instead of obstacles. It conditions you to stay steady when the world shakes. This inner stability makes you unshakable, and from that place, you make decisions that align with your vision rather than your fear. Every time you choose to believe in something better, you strengthen your ability to move forward with confidence even when the path isn't fully visible. People often talk about luck, timing, or being in the right place, but the truth is, your belief puts you in the right place. It makes you alert to what others miss. It pushes you to reach out, to apply, to speak up, to stay ready. Belief keeps you engaged when others check out. It gives you a reason to keep planting seeds even when you haven't seen a harvest. And in time, those seeds bloom into opportunities that only someone with vision could have stayed around to receive. When you believe in the best, you stop settling. You stop lowering your standards. You start expecting alignment, not just acceptance, and that mindset turns waiting into preparation, obstacles into openings, and ordinary moments into unexpected breakthroughs.